upon seeing this question, most of you will think it is a binomial. It's not a binomial because I just said so. Look at it well. In binomial expressions, you don't see anything here. So what is not here is a multiplication, right? What is not here is a multiplication. Good, as you can see here. So once you have a minus sign here, it says to be a 2 binomial expansion. So be very careful. Good. So let's look at it here. So if I have to break this, I have 5a plus 3b, and I have minus 2a minus 7b. Let's go. Let's do something here. It is not a binomial expansion, so I can't use this process here because of this operation sign here. In binomial, there's no operation sign here. We are multiplying. What you see here is not multiplication. If it is multiplication, it's either this minus sign disappears, or you see a physical multiplication sign over there. So please be very careful when you see this. That is also one of the things which disturbs students, right? You have to be very conscious and open your eyes. Now this is 5a plus 3b. You see this negative sign belongs to the set here. So this minus by this is minus 2a. Now negative against a negative will give you positive 7b. You see, if you have a very weak algebra, you will think it is just minus 2a minus 7. That is not true. Now this 5a and this 2a are compatible. So you have 5a minus 2a. Now this 3b and 7b are also compatible. You have 3b plus 7b. So what you are going to get is what? 3a plus 10b. Good. So be very careful with expansions which look like binomial. By natural term, they are not. Now let's go to the concept of factorization. Now, how do we factorize? Now, it works on the principle that we factor the highest common out. Again, not just common though, highest common out. Okay, look at this 3 and this 6. A number called 1 can penetrate this 3 and also penetrate 6 at the same time. But it is not my highest. So we have to deal with the highest common. What is common to this 3 and this 6, which is high, is 3, not 1. Although 1 can also do the same work. Good. Now let's look at it. 3ax plus 6ay. 3, 6. Which number can go into 3 and go into 6? That number can be 1. It can be 3 itself. I will choose 3 because I'm factorizing the highest common out. Not just common, highest common out. Good. So 3 out. This is a. We also have a here. I add a. I feel like factorizing x out, but it's not going to work because the one here has no x. Now it's okay, by the way. Now 3a going to 3ax. Now what does it mean by something going to something? 3ax. I have 3a going to it, so this is this. You see, I'll be left with just x. Can you see down? Now 3a going to 6ay. I have this. This is 2. You can see you have 2y. This is factorization in simple terms. Good. Now let's try the second one here. I factor highest common out, not just common. If it's just common, that common is x. But remember, this is x power 3, x power 2. So the highest to them is 2. Yeah, it means we can get a square here and a square here. I can't use cube because this man cannot produce a cube. Not just common, highest common out. Good. Now x squared into x cubed. In the same usual way, a single x is left, as you can see. Now x squared into this, it will left with this y. When you expand them, you get a question back. Welcome to factorization, once again. Okay, let's continue. As you can see, method of grouping. We need to group. But most of these questions, some of them are automatically grouped. like the first one, you can just start going straight by rolling your brackets like this. You see, automatically grouped. If you do the same thing for this, it's not going to work out. That's it. So you have 3a squared, 2ab, 12ac minus 8bc. Good. So I have 3a squared. I want to write the question again, so that when I group, you get to know why it is so. So you'll not be tempted to believe that this minus is affecting everybody here. It's not true. This minus really belongs to this, not everybody. Good. So I've grouped. You see, these ones are direct. So when you group, just check whether you can get something to factor out. That is the main thing. Yes, I can get a and 2 to factor out. I can even get a number called single 1 to even factor out. So this is a, this is a. So 1 can do that. So 1 can go here, 1 can go here. So that is 1. There is a, there is a. This. It's okay. I can't bring a square. This one is lacking a square. It should be highest common. You see, it's highest, not just highest, so highest common. And that highest should be common to them. Now, what is common to them is AA. The highest common to them is just a raised to the power 1, not 2. Good. Factorial. Okay, let's continue. So the highest common to them is a raised to the power 1, not a raised to the power 2. So 1a into 3a. So you're going to get 3a. Good. If you're not so sure, you test, right? I've been telling you something in mathematics. If the eye inspection is not working, use the hand inspection, right? Test. Still 3 and a left. Good. A into this, you get 2b. Now this is 12, this is 8. The number we use is 4. This is C, this is C. I factor C out. Now minus 4, but this belongs to this, into minus 12AC. That will give me positive 3A. Now minus 4C into minus 8BC. As you can see, that is what we call positive 2B. So here you have 3A plus 2B. Then you have what? A minus what? 4C. So what you have here is that you just factor one of this, then just put those outside together like this in one chamber. That's what we do, right? Factor 1, put those outside together. That is it. Okay, let's continue with this. 3p squared plus 2qt plus 6qp plus pt. You see, you can't just start by doing this. It's not going to work. Let's see why. You can't get anything to factor out here. But when you come here, you can get at least a p. It means it has not been grouped, as the topic implies, method of grouping. So please group them first. Some of them are automatic grouping, just like this, but you still have to check. So let's group them. 3p squared. I have to just bring anything with a p closer. That's all. It doesn't matter. It can be this or it can be that. Good. 2qt plus pt. Now I can do my grouping. Welcome. So you don't just start, you check whether they have been grouped. If not, rearrange them and group them well. Now I factor 3p out. 3p goes into 3p squared, I have a p. 3p goes into 6qp, I have 2q. Now I factor t here. T goes to 2qt, I have 2q. T goes to pt, I have a p. Now whatever I get here, I should get the same thing here. It looks like they're not the same. They are. If there is 1 plus 2 giving 3, it's the same as 2 plus 1 giving 3. It's the same thing. So I just factor 1 out. This and this are the same. And I put those outside also what? Together. Good. That is method of grouping. So look at the 2 examples we have here and do accordingly. Still on factorization, let's look at the concept of difference of 2 squares. Now what do we mean by difference of 2 squares? You say there is a squared, there is b squared. The minus sign between them happens to be what we call the difference. If it is plus, it will be called sum of 2 squares. If it is times, it will be product of 2 squares.